Hello and welcome to a very special episode of I've already had some coffee, but I'm gonna have some more coffee. Mm. This is Nude Intense. I can't remember what brand this is, but it's one of my faves. Behold the blurry insignia. Focus, you bastard. Yeah, what's that? That's good. Nice and dark. Oh no, now I've done it. Now I'm too pretty. Oh jeez. There's nothing I can do about it now. It's too late. I have a very special show today. I've spent a lot of preparation for this. Added some music to my tiny book. This is my book of darkness. And that's because when it's all dark, you're gonna wish you had a book. Right? So, storytelling, hobbies. I want to do like a cat's paw round a spider because the cat can stop the spider. It's my next entry. And we're going to talk about this friendship bracelet. And another cool thing, and another cool thing. And I'm going to sing for you because my tech was overwhelmed and could not handle the amazing high-pitched transient garbage that I love. So there's that. It takes a while to roll a cig from my little roaches, but it is my favorite way to smoke. I had somebody in a smoke shop be like, if you need cheap tobacco, and I stopped him right there. I'm like, it's not about the price. It's just what I prefer. Let's see why I re-roll real cigarettes with my own preferred tasty papers. And when they are old and nasty, they are even more tasty. My channel is for the peculiar. If you're not peculiar, you may find it amusing anyway. But I make my vids for me. So I figure if I like them, somebody else will like them. Yes, I'm having to go very much easy on my tobacco. My goodness, it's expensive. So when you have papers of your own, you can make them extra tiny, like a Virginia Slim. Like the regular ones feel like cigarillos to me. The regular ones feel like a Camel Fatty. So, what do I want to do first? I will tell you my glorious kitty is next to me. She warned me of a bug last night. The biggest mosquito eater I've ever seen, and I don't care how many people say that those things are like, your friend? They're insane. Kill them. Anyway, she comes up to me, and she just like pokes me with her paw. She's like, excuse me. So I'm starting to learn a lot of cool language from this cat. Cold nose boops mean pet me or get me some food, stupid. She is very spoiled and very happy and very cute. Oh my goodness. She's so cute. Hold on, I gotta zoom in on her for you. Oh, now I've done it. Can you see my kitty? She's slumbering. So precious. It's my beautiful slumbering kitty. And I probably want to mention a little something about the Chosen One hour-long special I did. I know it's not my content, but I wanted to document it because it seems like one of those things that's going to disappear. And I think it's great. I support it. There's no reason anyone should be upset with anyone else's beliefs. And that may seem strange to you. And I think maybe later I'll do like a show talking about why particularly I liked each one so that it's more my content. So sorry about that in advance. Most things here are kind of a work in progress, like the song I just obsessed over and had to figure out. I mean well, is what I'm saying. So, behold, all of the notes in like not, timed or professional form over here. And then over here, special 2025 Dozzlepoo sing-along lyrics, making it an official parody, which is what we are going to enjoy today. But first, yes, I finally kind of said my piece about a situation that seems like settled now. But I wanted to add a little something to it. So, this, I need to focus. I want to focus on it so much. Is a beautiful friendship bracelet. And in one spot, somewhere. Ah, yes, it is. It is, I say, lovingly stitched right here. But these threads were my great-grandmother's. I didn't know her very well. But last time I went to a store, embroidery thread was very freaking expensive. Like $8 for 3 fucking yards of this shit I'm talking. And this was, I believe, the last one I ever made. And in the center you can see this X diamond. And I studied a Native American book when I was a child, and I loved it. And what stuck with me was, as well as a cool little children's Chinese writing book, was the symbol for home, symbol for fortress. I've always kind of had a direction towards home, wanting a home. And so I made this for my mother. I painstakingly made this. And when somebody gives you a friendship bracelet, it is not polite to give it away. It is yours. Somebody worked painstakingly on making it, especially me. It's rude to do that because of the time and effort and thought in making it. It's specifically, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my fucking heart. How can you prove thank you from the bottom of my fucking heart than working on a bracelet like this for casually a week or so? Every little freaking knot. Every time you think about your gratitude and whatever. I was, a disabled child, and I didn't have a very easy time. The support of my mother in helping me get a place to live meant the world to me, because I was a new mother. And I'd given her that bracelet. Guess how I got it back? Well, she kicked me and my kids out onto the fucking street. Literally changed the locks, stole everything I owned. Okay. And then proceeded to steal my disability money and my children. Okay. And then gave that bracelet to one of my children, who gave it back to me. Thanks, Mommy. So, I still like it, I like the colors. We've got cyan, navy blue, forest green, kind of a coppery rust orange, what I consider a very sweet fuchsia pink, purple, lavender, and white. Do you know how to make one of these? Bet you don't. It's really difficult. I don't even remember how I learned to do this. I think there was a couple young ladies in Scriber Lake who were making them. And I said, hey, could you teach me how? And they said they can't. You can sit here and watch. There's no way to just teach you how to do it. So, it's a brief moment, and I learned pretty fast. Yeah. And at that time, when I had lost my home, I'd also lost my father and my husband. We got back together though, and he bought me this cute little ring. It's not like the most expensive thing, but it really doesn't matter because it meant the world to me, and it's missing some stones. And I think it's really partially brass, which is non-harmful and very strong. And I was happy to find that again. It's a little heavy though. So thank God he saved me. We kind of saved each other. It's my cool Spencer shirt. Behold. Yes, it's almost too powerful for anyone else to wear. May I also present to you my onion? Come here to mommy. It is full of enchanting essential oil and water. You simply put water in the top. It also glows with LED lights. And it has an hour setting, 3-hour setting, 6-hour setting. And when you turn it on, it just starts hydrating away. Look at that vapor. Can you see that? Oh. Very carefully put it back down. Oh, I love my onion because it smells good. Like nothing can faze me. My little space is enchanting and pleasant. I wanted to recommend the onion. What is the name of the onion? It is Ultrasonic Oil Diffuser by Victsing. Victsing. Fucking awesome. Also, I wanted to show you guys this thing. It's a handmade with wood lucite chamber holding the Frostmore sword of Warhammer. The cool story behind this sword. Anyway, nice little nightlight. Very heavy. So those are my treasures. And from what I can remember gathering briefly on the subject of this cool ice sword, I think it's something you can look up yourself, but it says on the blade something about the true king in runes of some sort. But the coolest part of the story is that it takes control of minds, and it seeks someone to wield it, and then when it does, it fucking thirsts for blood. So there was a king who wielded it, I believe, and then sealed it away, and it wanted a new master, so it called out to someone else who became the most amazing badass in old school lore, because the new school lore is completely new. What would they have called him? Oh, that's gonna bug me. He's like the undead ghosty king guy. Anyway, you don't want to fuck with him. He's in Skyrim too. One of the most amazing summons you can do, but not as powerful as it used to be because they've kind of nerfed everything. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry. I can't remember what that particularly is. It'll come to me. Look it up. It's a pretty cool story. Alright. Let's do this cool song, shall we? So first of all, I can't sing it by reading the captions on the video I made, which is called Docile Poop Sing Along to Ring Song. But That's why I have it written here. I should probably give you guys some backstory on the melody because that would be polite. Hold on a sec. The melody is not mine. It's something I just loved as a child, and it's old school. Also, BitChute is kind of being a BitChute to me. I can't like change anything that it mirrors to upload to it. Look how they did that. Oh, but in the meantime, let me first talk about Frostmourne, the sword, from wowwikiarchivefandom.com. And let me zoom. They've moved. Where have you gone, guys? It's okay. I can still read this. Okay. Inaccurate and out of date. Okay, well, it's inaccurate and out of date, guys. Be warned. I don't even remember seeing this one when I was looking for lore, but the Lich King. The Lich King, Lich. Frostmourne was the rune blade that Ner'zhul, the Lich King, thrust from the frozen throne, intending that Arthas Menethil, his unwitting potential host, would discover. Like I said, it on the continent of Northrend. It was wielded by Arthas, the new Lich King, until it was destroyed by Tyrion Fordring, following his defeat in Icecrown Citadel. Oh. A gold-plated replica hilt now display. The shards of the weapon used in Missing Link. Oh man, I'm so tired. But whatever. Basically, you get it. Now back to this beautiful melody. It is by originally. Wow. Vladimir Christov. And the orchestra was the National Leningrad Philharmonic. It's Soviet era, okay? Let's look up Vladimir Christov. Cool guy. He made a 1980s cartoon, well, in collaboration, but he made the music for what was used in that cartoon, I should say. Sung by Mari Yoshiko with the Glinka Choir. Lyrics by Kimio Yabuki. And the music arrangement, like I said, Vladimir. Let me look up this interesting fellow. Right. So, I now know how to play it on my own through piano, which is nice. Thank you. Here's the wiki on Vladimir Christov, I believe. No way. Okay. This one says that he's a swimmer. I don't think he was. Composer. Oh, whoops. Ivanovich. Christov. Sorry. He was. Oh. Well, that's not the same thing. What is this? That's not him. This picture wrong. It says at the beginning, I'll just fucking go over here, of the link I put up to dailymotion.com. And it's right at the very beginning because Wellgo USA is really cool about giving respect to the artists who they work with. I believe that's Wellgo. The triangle. Oh no. I have no bar to search on this anymore. Weird. Oh, there he is. 1887 through 1964. I believe. I can't read that language. So that's what's up. And the translation in Japanese, they have their own version of the song that is impossible to sing in English. Beautiful, I tried to, honor their beautiful song with my own, which I'm going to sing to you, by doing kind of like a parody. It's like a completely different idea. But it translates to, their version translates to, I won't cry, the forest is alive. Beautiful. Okay. Should I just go for it? See, the thing is, like I said, my tech was wigging and I couldn't overlay my voice. It's like, you got your microphone level and your internal recording level. And despite that, it was like the internal recording was geeking and wanted to be at like 150%. That's what it sounded like to me. I was told a microphone can help. Whatever. The buttons are falling off of my device. I admit my hardware is dying. It's okay. I'm still trying. So this is going to be Dawsa Poop Sings The Ring, because it's the movie, although it's called 12 Months in English, is widely known as Anya's Ring. And it reminds me of how the song was not translated into English properly. Sorry, but it wasn't. It's still both versions are beautiful. But I think that gave way to the horror flick The Ring. I do. And The Grudge. So, you're translating. It's different. You're not doing a parody. You're translating for a film. Oops. And I think that might be the solution to the mystery of why Anya has red hair in some posters. That's anger. It's angry. So, rightfully so. And I hope that my version has brought it together into kind of like from the heart. This is, I love this song. I've loved it since I was a little kid. Like I said, I felt the meaning, but didn't know the words. And it's a beautiful feeling when you grow up and you can use the interweb to find out what was actually said and just be like, wow, because that's what I was feeling. It really came through. Old TV was great. I miss antenna. I miss getting, like King 5 and, bragging that I can see Channel 13 and being able to watch a fucking football game, And now they've got free streaming services that you can kind of check out sports, but the one that you can't fucking find, yeah, soccer. Where's the fucking soccer? I guess at the end of last month, our Seattle Sounders played the Austin, Texas, and surprisingly we won 2-0, although I guess we're not going to finals or anything. But I would have liked to see the whole fucking game. And it just bugs me. It's like our hockey team. I love them. I want to watch their game, but this is only for us. It's not for you. So whatever. It's kind of rude. So that's why I call it the Ring song. Just like the Swan song is the Swan song and the Mermaid song. All credit to the creators on that one. But I did do my own version and I added some that nobody else had added. Nobody put it together. So this would be kind of like, although it's kind of like an original idea, there's what would be like an Easter egg out to both, you see, and that's why it brings it together in peace. That's what I think. Although I hope you like it. I listened to it all morning. I sat here and just let the tears flow. And why that's significant and important in my own beliefs is that if we don't really feel the suffering, if we don't endure the hardships, that energy just goes somewhere else. So, for instance, if I'm sad and I don't truly feel that sadness, and I admit I felt fucking nothing, I was too far away. Okay, just like the meme I made on my Facebook. I have a lot of amends to make. I have a lot of tears that I never cried. And so I sat here just, it became a YouTube short, so it's repeating. I sat here just listening to it over and over and over. All right, guys. Here we go. Soon New Year's Eve, the world will celebrate, but for me, love's a stranger. No stars in the heaven, I'm without a happy home, spending a lifetime walking all night alone. I'm not crying, even when I'm sad, because I have friends here. Snowflakes that fall to never are the same. Where my heart goes is always in God's name. What is the new year to me when I live in fantasy? What is the future to be when it's you they only see? Soon at New Year's Eve, the world will celebrate. As for me, well, I'm a queen here. Singing gently, they lay down by my side, whispering stories about how they must have died. I'm not crying, even when I'm sad, because I'm angry. Should share a world full of laughter and delight. For me, it's a lifetime of walking day and night. What is Christmas to me when I play make-believe? What is a birthday to me when your gifts are all I see? Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was too amazing to do like docile poo voice too. And like I said, my tech wigged out, so I hope that came through really well. It's just pitch shifted and lifted. But it became something fucking completely different. And although I know how to play the original on piano, it's still not this version. It almost sounds like a Bad Apple. That really cool song, Bad Apple. Kind of art. I don't know what that kind of art is. I guess I'd call it junk. I love it. But I particularly love the mechanical sounds. It just sounds like an oiled machine that's been playing for 100 years. Like a little music box. Like, if you knew the meaning of the original, well, the second original that Japan did, you would not fuck with this song. And I hope I did it justice, because what the the English translation was of that was very disrespectful, in my opinion. I mean, when your intention, when they say pure as the white snow, they mean pure as the white fucking snow. You cannot half-ass anything. That's real. I give you a gift of my heart. You give me a gift of your heart in return. And it really has nothing to do with the lyrics. It's the fucking feeling. It's just my opinion. So yeah, I'm really happy. And what's really great is having the lyrics written down in a hard copy and the notes and the ability now to kind of play with it personally. If I had a guitar or a little keyboard, I could do a little version of it and I could entertain myself singing a little bit, which is why I keep all my little parodies in here. And especially that lovely one that I aforementioned, done by Katrina Kane and Matthew O'Malley. It's just amazing. I sang it in a previous video, but it's from the movie A Creature Was Stirring 2023 and Another Swept Trace. They're kind of trying to bury that one too. But when I see like some beautiful artwork and for whatever reason it's being buried by people like, oh, let's hide this. You know, I'm sure, right, they have their reasons. Well, so does the artist as well. Nobody wants, in my opinion, to be rich more than they would love to have the satisfaction, like, not just the fame, but what I do, I have to do. It's not like it's just a casual thing. If I don't purge the feelings in my heart, I feel like I can't go on. I must have a creative outlet to be inspiring and be inspired, to inspire others. Because in a way, one person's song is everyone's song. Everyone who shares that song's feelings. And it reminds me of that lovely Ghibli studio movie from a while back. Had the original DVD. Princess Mononoke. Now, the lyrics that are online aren't the original that they had before. And all of these things, like changing, are supposed to be an improvement, period. So, I do prefer, even if it was subpar or not the best version, I prefer the version I was presented, just like full screen television. Widescreen's nice. It's beautiful, it's juicy, but I'm stuck on what I was raised on. It's sentimental, maybe? But anyway, the song, it goes, in the moonlight I felt your heart quiver like a bowstring's pulse. In the moon's mere light you looked at me. Nobody knows your heart. Sorry, I can't hit the note. All of your sorrow, grief, and pain locked away in the forest of the night. A sacred world belongs to a sacred heart belongs to the world of the things that cry in the dark. Oh, the things that sigh in the dark. Beautiful, right? Like the blade of a knife, so sharp, so sweet. Nobody knows your heart. Yeah, fucking amazing. And some movies are so quiet, and some songs are so quiet that they are just begging you to turn on your stereo and just blast them. But the way around all this strange audio, the variations in audio, you can get some tech that'll help you out there. But if you're like me, you like simple, it hasn't fucked with the headphones. It hasn't fucked with the headphones yet. Your crazy ass boost in audio to commercials, your crazy ass drop in audio in movies, it won't phase you if you have some headphones. And I've just discovered the lovely pleasure of earbuds. How great are Bluetooth earbuds? These ones I use are like, this is how I roll, like PS3 era, when I talk about when it was made. Like, I time my life on music albums I used to like you know, when Stabbing Westward came out with that thing. That's my time. I go on album time. And then I switched over to console time. So, like, oh, the era of PlayStation 2 would be the early millenniums. PS3 would be like 2010, right? So yeah, it also relates to the chargy cord, the plug that's used. And the reason that's significant and I mention it is because what the fuck is up with Bluetooth? Okay? And I'm not sure because, like I said, it's an old hardware. It still works. It's lovely. But there is definite interference. And the interference, is trivial, except for a situation like I'm walking to the store, okay? I'm listening to my album that I painstakingly put on a device so that I can listen to it digitally and feel, I'm a kind of person, I want security. I need to feel secure because I've had a rough life, like so many have, right? But I'm walking along and it's because it's the same fucking place, the same part of the sidewalk, next to the same structures, that it cuts out. It's not my recording, And then I try to relate it to little tiny situations like in my own home. Well, when does it cut out? Why does it cut out? And it seems to me like it would be like an interference of something else. Like when my PlayStation punched my amp in the face. My Pile amp is a little bit wonky now. It's like, boys, settle down over there. I love my Pile stereo. My amp. I love my PlayStation. Oh, right. So if that's the case, and that's the kind of little interference we're dealing with, right? That cuts out sometimes, but it bounces back on. Then, like, my question is, what the fuck is going on in that spot where it literally cuts out the moment I step onto it and step off it? And I have to say, it's a gated community. And I don't know what you guys think, but that Johnny Mnemonic movie got me thinking about, like, certain signals we can't hear ourselves, but that are there, that do affect us. And in the movie, some of the characters had become ill from all the interference of tech and wireless stuff. It doesn't seem to faze me. I understand that it could be a powerful technology, but what would you be running that would completely cut off any use of Bluetooth? And if you did, would that be on purpose? And would it be some sort of jammer? Although I don't know why you'd need to jam anything. But Bluetooth is a very powerful technology. And it's not something I grew to, like, love when it first came out. It was the most irritating technology I'd ever dealt with. For example, if you open an old school computer tower, you're generally going to know what you're going to see in there. You're going to understand, there's a disk drive. Maybe you still have a type A floppy, or, the hard drive's connected to and then you got your fan going on, right? I never did look into a tower that had Bluetooth capability, but I'm sure it's been done. And I'm sure it was something that manufacturers, ? May not have wanted people to mess with. Because if you could pull that out and apply it to other technology, which later, yes, we now have earbuds. How lovely. They just made it really fucking difficult to use. Like, I'm pairing. Am I pairing? I don't know if I'm pairing. Is it paired? Okay. And then by the time you try it like 4 fucking times, maybe it works. Fascinating. Which leads me into my next topic. Wow, I've been talking for 40 minutes. That's amazing. Let me take a little breath here. So yeah, what? Very cool. And what's even better, if you want to just skip the whole drama of this, that, and the other thing, you can put the earbuds in and put your headphones over it. Listen to your show and music at the same time. Or, how perfect is that for gaming, right? Oh, forget you, I can't play music while I game. I'll just play my music and have my headphones over it, quiet enough that I can hear my game and my music. Problem solved. Okay. So very fascinating. Still got that song stuck in my head. Yeah, I did good with that one. And that's why it's called the Ring Song. So there's like 3 little magical childhood songs now so far. Did a Swan Song, the Merm Song, the Ring Song. And this to me is all becoming quite the mythology. Very special. Okay, so the reason that's significant is, wow, have any of you looked into the, what would it be called? Is it a bibliography? I'm not sure which one is written by someone else, right? Of the life of King, oh, now I forgot his name. Is it King Henry V? He was the son of Edward, who was the son of Victoria, right? Very cool, very cool. But what's significant about his timeline is not so much him as what he represents reigning in that era. And what I learned that is so fantastic is telephones became prominent in 1980 or 1881. And this king was the first king to use a radio communication ever. And that was in 1920. Oh, I don't want to give you bad information, but let me just say I'm usually not wrong. And it's very fascinating. So I imagine that before that you would have couriers. And it's just a day and night difference, like ships that would bring merchandise compared to trucks that would bring merchandise. And everything was changing. And that's very interesting to me. I miss radio. I want an antenna. And if I had a radio antenna, I probably wouldn't get any good stations here. I have to be closer to like cool stations, and I'm not. Remember when they came out with the smart televisions and you could like scan for digital channels? Wasn't that nice? But at the same time, I don't think there are any anymore. They're all streaming through the internet now. And I learned something about digital. It either works or it doesn't. There's really no in between. It doesn't go furry like an old television where it's just like snow on your screen of pixely blacks and whites. Fascinating. Yeah, so check that guy out. Very, very cool. I think his mother was named Mary. She has a very interesting backstory as well. And what's really cool is at that time, there were like 3 kingdoms, and each was ruled by like a distant cousin. And I swear, I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, holy shit, he looks familiar. Where have I seen him before? But that's not exactly the guy. And then they're like, oh, and by the way, he's related to this guy. And I'm like, oh, Oh, damn. Is that why? That's cool. But I just love that they've memorialized um, a, you know, a, a wartime with a flower. I think that's most beautiful. I really do. And it changed my point of view on, like lapel flowers. What I didn't know the backstory. That's lovely. Very special. But what was really interesting to me was that a certain kingdom was found to be the instigator, and reparations were demanded to be paid from that specific kingdom, putting their royal ruler family in, I wouldn't say the poorhouse, but they're they're just like you and me now. Pretty much, except for their, regal uh, features. Like, you can look at them, you can tell. Is it the illustriousness? I just don't know. It's very interesting. And I just want to say something in the defense of that particular kingdom, if you know what I'm talking about. All uh, all other things aside, the heart of the situation seemed to be starvation. And it seemed to be because of what is called defection. There are laws that prevent one peoples of a nation from joining another nation. And it's all a very sad situation. But I've watched a lot of old Soviet war movies. They do them really well. And one of the features of one of them just stuck in my mind, which is what triggered my curiosity to the telephone lines. And when were they invented? Because in this movie they had defectors running over the border, and then the end of the movie kind of just panned away to a beautiful yet melancholy, kind of bittersweet, very artistic. I love the of a telephone pole. At first I thought it was an electricity pole, and hey, I haven't looked into that yet either, but I believe that's the Victorian era. But I'm like, wow, I bet that's what happened, right? Wow, our world is so cool, so perfect. Yeah, so much respect. I've been talking for 48 minutes, and I hope it's been fascinating and illuminating. And hey, please subscribe and like and follow the channels that make you smarter. Okay. Don't let people control you with anger. I think that there's a campaign that's one of the easiest ways. You get angry and you get blind. And as that cool movie I mentioned by Studio Ghibli said, you want to see with a heart that's not full of hate. For real. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Toodles.